Good morning, my friends. It's Miss Rachel here. We're going to do story time from home. I'm so glad you're here. Behind me, you can see what we're going to do this morning, just like we have when we're at the library. First, we'll sing a song to say hello to everybody. Then we'll read our first book. Then we'll sing another song. And we'll read another book. And then we will do our shaker song. And we might use shaker eggs if you have one at home, but I'll give you some other ideas if you don't have a shaker egg at home. And then we will do a scarf song. And again, maybe you have a scarf you can use at home, but if not, I have some ideas for you. And then I will blow bubbles for you. They won't transport through the video into your house, so you can pop them, but you can see if you can touch the screen where you see bubbles. Maybe you have bubbles at home and you're allowed to blow those inside or maybe outside, but if not, you can watch the bubbles on the screen that I'm going to blow for you. So let's get started. I'm so glad you're out there. It's good to see you. Let's all clap 'cause we're all here, we're all here, we're all here. Let's all clap 'cause we're all here today. I'm so glad that you're out there, you're out there, you're out there. I'm so glad that you're out there today. Let's all clap 'cause we are here, we are here, we are here. Let's all clap 'cause we are here today. So glad to see you. Let's get started and read our first book. Sometimes when I wake up, I'm a little bit grumpy. And what helps me is to have some coffee. We're going to read a book about Grumpy Bird. Let's find out about Grumpy Bird. This book is by Jeremy Tankard, and I'm reading this book with permission from the publisher, Scholastic Press. Grumpy Bird by Jeremy Tankard. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see the pictures. When Bird woke up, he was grumpy. He was too grumpy to eat. He was too grumpy to play. In fact, he was too grumpy to fly. Looks like I'm walking today, said Bird. Trying to move so you don't have a glare on the pictures from the bright sunshine today. Bird walked past Sheep. Good morning, Bird, said Sheep. What are you doing? Walking, said Bird. Nice, said Sheep. I'll keep you company. Bird walked past Rabbit. Hi there, Bird, said Rabbit. What are you doing? I'm walking, said Bird. It's no fun. I could use some exercise, said Rabbit. I'll walk too. Bird walked past Raccoon. Hey, Bird, said Raccoon. What are you doing? I'm walking, snapped Bird. What does it look like? It looks like fun, said Raccoon. I'm coming too. Bird walked past Beaver. Hello, Bird, said Beaver. What are you doing? Let me give you a hint, said Bird. You do it by placing one foot in front of the other. Walking? Guessed Beaver. I love walking. Bird walked past Fox. Good day, Bird, said Fox. What are you doing? Why does everyone want to know what I'm doing? Shouted Bird. I'm just walking, okay? Okay, said Fox. Let's go. Bird walked. The other animals walked. Bird stopped. The other animals stopped. Bird stood on one leg. The other animals stood on one leg. Can you stand on one leg? Bird jumped. The other animals jumped. Can you jump? Hey, this is fun, said Bird. Come on, said Bird, who had forgotten all about being grumpy. Let's fly back to my nest for a snack. Can you fly? And they did. Do you think that a sheep could really fly? What about a fox? Or a raccoon? What about a rabbit or a beaver? And what are they having for a snack? What do you see on Bird's plate? A juicy worm. Are you ready for a snack? Shall we have some juicy worms together? Thank you for reading Grumpy Bird with me, even though it's morning and sometimes I wake up grumpy. I already feel better from reading this book with you. All right, that means it's time for another song. Are you ready to get moving? This is my favorite wiggling song. We wiggle and stop. We wiggle and stop. We wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and stop. Did you stop? All right, let's try again. We pat and we stop. We pat and we pat and we stop. We pat and 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 we stop. Good job. We wave and we wave and we stop. We wave and we wave and we stop. We wave and 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 we stop. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and we clap and we stop. We clap and 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 we stop. We stretch and we stretch and we stop. We stretch and we stretch and we stop. We stretch and 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 we stop. That feels nice. How about we shake and we shake and we stop. We shake and we shake and we stop. We shake and 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 we stop. Very good. Let's try one more. We bounce and we bounce and we stop. We bounce and we bounce and we stop. We bounce and 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 we stop. Very good. Now I'm all warmed up and I am ready to read you another book. This one's a little bit silly. I hope you're ready. Naked mole rat gets dressed. What is a naked mole rat? Let's find out. This book is by Mo Willems, and I am reading it with permission of the author, Mo Willems, and with permission of the publisher, Hyperion Books for Children. Naked mole rat gets dressed. There is so much to learn about the fascinating little creatures known as naked mole rats. But for this story, you only need to know 3 things. 1, they are a little bit rat. 2, they are a little bit mole. And 3, they are all naked. Well, they were, with one exception. Wilbur, the naked mole rat who liked to get dressed. Hello! When the other naked mole rats saw him, they said, "Ew! Yuck! What are you doing?" "I like clothes," replied Wilbur. "When I get dressed, I can be fancy, or cool, or funny, or I can just be an astronaut." When the others heard that, they said, "Ew! Yuck! If you like clothes so much, then why don't you open a store or something?" Naked mole rats can be very sarcastic. But Wilbur thought that was a great idea. The other naked mole rats did not. They brought Wilbur to a giant portrait of Grandpa, the oldest, greatest, and most naked mole rat ever. "Look at that picture," they demanded. "Look at his heroic face. Look at his regal bearing. Look at his total lack of clothing." Grandpa did look heroic. Grandpa did look regal. But he would also look heroic and regal in a casual shirt and some summer slacks. "Ugh," said the other naked mole rats. "Don't you get it? Naked mole rats don't wear clothes." "Why not?" asked Wilbur. Something had to be done. The naked mole rats marched right over to Grandpa and told him all about Wilbur. And then he asked, why not? Grandpa was very wise. He thought seriously about everything he had heard. Then he thought some more. Finally, he said in a heroic, regal voice, "Gather the colony! I shall make a proclamation." When Wilbur heard about Grandpa's proclamation, he knew it was serious. A proclamation! A proclamation! A proclamation! But he had no idea what to wear. Look at the outfits. What do you think he should wear for a proclamation? In the end, Wilbur decided to play it safe. What's he wearing? Yep. Maybe not safe enough. The others were so busy looking at Wilbur's socks that no one noticed Grandpa enter until he cleared his throat and proclaimed, "Fellow naked mole rats, I had never worn clothes until I heard Wilbur's simple question. Why not? Why not indeed? Do clothes hurt anyone? No. Are they fun? Well, they may not be fun for everyone, but this old naked mole rat wishes he had tried getting dressed earlier. Then Grandpa complimented Wilbur on his socks. As fast as his legs could take him, Wilbur rushed home, put on his favorite outfit, and dashed back. When he returned, Wilbur discovered he was not alone. Much has been said about that day, but for this story, you only need to know 3 things. Number 1, some of the mole rats were naked. Number 2, some of the mole rats were clothed. Number 3, all of the mole rats had a great time. Thanks to Wilbur. The end. It's okay if you don't have a shaker egg at home. Remember last week I showed you how you can put some rice inside a container like this to make a shaky sound, or some beans in a water bottle, make a shaker with that, or maybe some quinoa in an old container. You can make a shaker with that. Any of those things will make a fantastic shaker. So, are you ready? Oh, we are ready.
Everybody shake it. Shake it, shake it, everybody shake it. Come on and shake it with me. I like that. Come on
Oh,
and
that's
shake
the
it
end of
with
the song.
me.
That's no good.
Come on and shake it with me.
We'll start all over again. You ready?
Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Come on and shake it with me.
Shake it on your tummy. Shake it on your tummy. Shake it on your tummy. Come on and shake it with me.
Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it all around. Shake it any way you want. Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Come on and shake it with me. Shake it on your toes. Shake it on your toes. Shake it on your toes. Come on and shake it with me.
Shake it on your knees. Shake it on your knees. Shake it on your knees. Come on and shake it with me.
Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it all around. Shake it any way you want. Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Come on and shake it with me. Shake it on your head. Shake it on your head. Shake it on your head. Come on and shake it with me.
Shake it on your elbow. Shake it on your elbow. Shake it on your elbow. Come on and shake it with me.
Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it all around. Shake it any way you want. Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, everybody shake it. Come on and shake it with me.
I like that.
Come on and shake it with me. Come on and shake it with me.
Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much for shaking it with me all the way from your house. Another thing, whoops, we can't get rid of the bubbles. We definitely are going to do the bubbles. Don't worry. If you don't have a scarf at home, that is okay. There are all kinds of things you can use instead of a scarf, like a cloth napkin, or a tissue, or a scarf that somebody might wear around their neck. Any of those things would work as a scarf for our scarf song. Today I found a scarf like our Storytime scarves. So that's what I'm going to use today. But you can use any of those things that I showed you or anything else you can find around your house that you can wave like a scarf. We wave up high like this. We wave up high like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave up high like this. We wave down low like this. We wave down low like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave down low like this. We wave slowly like this. We wave slowly like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave slowly like this. And if you've done this before with me, you know what comes next. Are you ready? We wave quickly like this. We wave quickly like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave quickly like this. We wave quickly like this. We wave quickly like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave quickly like this. Very good. We wave side to side. We wave side to side. With our friends at Storytime, we wave side to side. We wave up and down. We wave up and down. With our friends at Storytime, we wave up and down. We wave around and around. We wave around and around. With our friends at Storytime, we wave around and around. We wave, wave goodbye. We wave, wave goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we wave to say goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Thank you for joining me. And don't worry, even though we sang goodbye, we are still going to do some bubbles. See if you can touch the screen and get some bubbles. There are bubbles in the air, in the air. There are bubbles in the air, in the air. There are bubbles in the air. There are bubbles everywhere. There are bubbles in the air everywhere. There are bubbles way up high, way up high. Can you touch any? There are bubbles way up high, way up high. There are bubbles way up high. There are bubbles in the sky. There are bubbles way up high in the sky. There are bubbles way down low, way down low. There are bubbles way down low, way down low. There are bubbles way down low, and they tickle on your toes. There are bubbles way down low on your toes. And the bubbles say goodbye, say goodbye. And the bubbles say goodbye, say goodbye. And the bubbles say goodbye, say goodbye until next time. Until next time. Bye-bye, Bubbles. Bye-bye, Bubbles, and goodbye to my Storytime friends. It's been good to spend some time with you, and I hope you will tune in again for our next online virtual Storytime. Bye-bye.